Welcome to Real English Skills. Want to speak English with confidence and fluency? You're in the right place. Stay with us until the end for powerful tips. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let's build your real English skills.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the English Leap podcast. I'm Jennifer, and as always, I've got my amazing co-host Daniel here with me. Hi, Daniel.
Hey, Jennifer. Hello, listeners. It's great to have you all back. We've got something really special lined up for today. But before we jump in, we just want to take a moment to appreciate all of you.
Yes, absolutely. The support and love we've been getting from all over the world has been incredible. We see your comments, your stories, and your words of encouragement, and it really means the world to us.
And seeing how much you're enjoying the podcast really pushes us to keep bringing you the best content.
And special shout out to those of you who've been sharing our episodes with your friends, families, and on social media. You're helping others learn just by spreading the word. And that's amazing.
Thank you for being part of the English Leap podcast family. We couldn't do this without you.
All right, let's keep the good energy going. Today we're talking about the importance of listening skills and how you can practice and improve. You know, listening is such an essential part of learning a new language.
Exactly. It's often the first skill we develop, but sometimes we don't give it the attention it deserves. So, we'll dive into why it's so important and how you can take small steps to improve every day.
Daniel, let me ask you something. When was the last time you listened to someone speaking English and didn't understand every word, but you still got the main idea?
Oh, good question. That actually happens more often than you'd think. Just the other day, I was talking to a friend who speaks super fast, and I definitely didn't catch every word. But even though I missed some details, I still understood the main point.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of listening. It's not about catching every single word. It's about getting the context and key ideas. That's a real skill that develops over time.
Totally. I think a lot of our listeners can relate to that. It's a great feeling when you realize you can follow a conversation even if you don't understand every little thing.
Yes. And today, we're going to share how you can build on that skill and become even more confident with your listening, especially when things get tricky.
Oh, before we go further, don't forget there's a free PDF with all the key points from today's episode. So make sure to check it out in the description below. It's perfect if you want to follow along or review later.
All right, let's start by talking about why listening skills are so important. Daniel, do you want to kick this off?
Sure. Listening is the foundation of language learning. When you were a baby, the first thing you did was listen, right? You didn't start by speaking or writing. You listened to the people around you. And it's the same when learning English.
Exactly. Listening helps us understand how words are pronounced, how sentences are structured, and it even helps us pick up the rhythm of the language. And you know, listening also helps with speaking, reading, and writing. It's like the base of the pyramid.
Totally. And if you think about it, listening is everywhere. In real life, you're always listening, whether it's at work, in social situations, or even just watching TV or movies. That's why improving listening skills is key.
Yes. And I think one of the big things learners struggle with is understanding native speakers, right? Native speakers talk fast. They use slang, idioms, and sometimes it feels like a blur.
Yeah, I've been there. But here's the thing. The more you listen, the easier it becomes. You start to pick up on the flow of the language, the accents, and even the slang. It's all about practice.
That's so true. And that brings us to something really important. The difference between hearing and listening.
Yeah, this is a big one. We all hear things every day, right? But active listening is totally different. When you're actively listening, you're focusing your attention, understanding the meaning, and trying to remember what was said.
Exactly. It's about really being present in the conversation. I know when I started learning Spanish, I had to train myself to listen actively, not just let the words wash over me.
Yes, it's so easy to just hear words and let them slip by, especially when you're tired or distracted. But if you really focus, active listening can help you understand context and respond better in conversations.
And that's so important in real life. When you listen well, you can answer more accurately, build better relationships, and understand more. Whether it's at work or with friends, being a good listener is always a win.
But you know, Jennifer, listening isn't always easy. Learners face a lot of challenges. What do you think is one of the hardest parts for English learners?
Oh, definitely accent and speed. Native speakers often talk so fast that it's hard to keep up, and the accent can be really different depending on where they're from.
Right. And let's not forget about slang and idioms. Native speakers love to throw in casual phrases that might not make any sense if you translate them directly.
Yes, like when someone says, "It's raining cats and dogs." You can't take that literally.
Exactly. And then there's the challenge of background noise. Sometimes when you're in a busy place, it's even harder to focus on what people are saying.
But don't worry. We've got some practical tips coming up to help you improve your listening, no matter what challenges you're facing.
All right, so let's get into the good stuff. How to improve your listening skills. One great way to start is by listening to slower or clearer audio, like podcasts or audiobooks designed for learners.
Yes. You can find videos on YouTube or podcasts where the speakers talk slowly and clearly, which helps you build confidence.
Another tip is to use subtitles at first. Watch a movie or TV show with English subtitles, then gradually remove them as you start understanding more.
Oh, I love that. Watching videos multiple times can also help. You'll catch things the second or third time that you missed before.
And one of my favorite tips, focus on key words. Even if you don't understand every single word, look for the important words that give you the overall idea of what's being said.
Okay, now let's talk about some resources you can use to practice listening. Daniel, what's your go-to recommendation?
Oh, I always suggest podcasts for learners. There are so many great ones out there where people speak slowly and clearly. It's perfect for beginners and even intermediate learners.
Absolutely. Podcasts are a great way to immerse yourself in English, and you can listen to them anywhere, on your way to work, while doing chores, or even when you're relaxing.
Exactly. And another good option is audiobooks. They're perfect because you can follow along with the story, and the narrators usually speak clearly. You can start with beginner-level books and slowly move up to more advanced ones.
That's a great suggestion. And for those who love entertainment, watching TV shows and movies in English is a fun way to improve your listening. Start with shows that have simple dialogue, and as you get better, challenge yourself with more complex ones.
And don't forget, subtitles are your friend at the start. But over time, try to remove them so you can focus more on what you're hearing.
Now, let's get into some interactive exercises you can try. One of the most effective is the shadowing technique. Have you heard of this, Daniel?
Oh yeah, I've tried it myself. It's when you listen to someone speaking, and right after, you try to repeat what they said. It helps with pronunciation, rhythm, and fluency.
Exactly. Don't worry about being perfect at first. It's more about training your ear and getting used to the flow of the language.
Another great exercise is dictation. You can listen to a short audio clip, pause it, and write down what you hear. It's great for improving accuracy and listening to details.
And after you finish, try summarizing what you hear. After listening to a podcast or video, see if you can explain the main idea in your own words. It's a great way to check how much you've understood.
Now, let's talk about accents. Listening to different English accents can be challenging, but it's important, especially if you plan on traveling or working in an international environment.
Definitely. There are so many accents: British, American, Australian, and even regional accents within those countries. The key is to expose yourself to a variety of them.
Exactly. And don't feel frustrated if you don't understand everything right away. Each accent has its own unique style, so the more you listen, the more you'll get used to it.
A fun way to practice this is by watching videos or interviews with people from different parts of the world. You can also listen to news channels from different countries to hear various accents in context.
Now, here's something important to remember. Listening and speaking go hand in hand. The more you listen, the better you'll speak.
Exactly. One way to improve both skills is through conversational practice. Find a language partner or tutor, and try having conversations where you focus on both listening and speaking.
Yes, and even if you don't have a partner, you can practice by mimicking native speakers. Listen to how they say phrases and repeat them yourself. It helps with both pronunciation and fluency.
I love doing that with movies or TV shows, just repeating after the characters. It feels a bit silly sometimes, but it really helps you sound more natural.
One thing we want to stress is patience and consistency. Improving your listening skills takes time, and you won't see results overnight.
Right. It's easy to get frustrated if you don't understand everything right away, but that's completely normal. The more you practice, the better you'll get.
Yes, and it's important to celebrate small wins. Maybe today you understood a new word or caught a phrase you didn't know before. Those little moments are progress.
Exactly. Every bit of progress counts, and if you stay consistent, you'll see improvement over time.
And finally, let's talk about real-life listening situations. These can be the most challenging, but also the most rewarding.
Yeah, real-life listening is where everything comes together. You're in a conversation, and you have to focus on understanding and responding quickly.
It can be a bit scary at first, but the more you practice, the easier it gets. Don't be afraid to ask for clarification if you don't understand something. It's totally okay to say, "I'm sorry, could you repeat that?" Or "What does that mean?"
Yes, asking questions is a great way to learn, and it shows the other person that you're really engaged in the conversation.
And don't shy away from real-world listening. Challenge yourself with podcasts, radio, or even casual conversations with friends. It's all about stepping out of your comfort zone.
Totally. And that brings us to the end of today's conversation. We hope our discussion gave you some useful insights.
Absolutely. But before we finish, let's hand things over to Charlotte for the vocabulary spotlight. She'll dive into some key words, phrases, and idioms from today's episode.
Yep, Charlotte's got you covered. She'll break it down and make sure you leave with some new vocabulary to use confidently.
Thanks, Jennifer and Daniel. Hello, everyone. Let's go through a few important words and phrases we mentioned today. I'll explain their meanings and give you simple examples to help you understand how to use them in real conversations. Conversation, meaning a spoken exchange between two or more people. Example, we had a nice conversation about our weekend plans. Context, meaning the situation or information that helps you understand something better. Example, you can understand difficult words if you look at the context of the sentence. Confidence, meaning the feeling of being sure about your abilities or decisions. Example, she spoke with confidence during the meeting. Tricky, meaning difficult to deal with or understand. Example, the instructions were a bit tricky, but I figured them out. Details, meaning small pieces of information about something. Example, I missed some details of the movie because I was distracted. Key points, meaning the most important parts or ideas. Example, I wrote down the key points of the presentation. Skill, meaning the ability to do something well, especially through practice. Example, listening is a skill that improves with practice. Build on, meaning to develop or improve something by adding to it. Example, you can build on your listening skills by practicing daily. Missed, meaning failed to notice or understand something. Example, I missed the beginning of the conversation because I wasn't paying attention. Super, meaning very or extremely informal use. Example, the lesson was super interesting today. Develop, meaning to grow or improve over time. Example, your listening skills will develop with more practice. Totally, meaning completely or entirely. Example, I totally agree with you on that point. Realize, meaning to become aware of something or understand it clearly. Example, I realized I had left my keys at home. Flow, meaning the smooth and natural movement or progress of something. Example, the flow of the conversation was easy and natural. Get the gist, meaning to understand the main point or essence of something, even if not all the details are clear. Example, I didn't catch every word, but I got the gist of what she was saying. Go over your head, meaning something that is too difficult to understand. Example, the technical terms went over my head, but I understood the main idea. Kick off, meaning to start or begin something. Example, let's kick off the meeting with some introductions. Beauty of something, meaning the best or most beneficial part of something. Example, the beauty of learning online is that you can study at your own pace. Feel like a big win, meaning to feel like a great success or accomplishment. Example, understanding the conversation felt like a big win after months of practice. Step out of your comfort zone, meaning to try something new or difficult that is not familiar or easy. Example, you need to step out of your comfort zone to improve your speaking skills. Hand in hand, meaning closely connected or working together. Example, listening and speaking go hand in hand when learning a language. Celebrate small wins, meaning to acknowledge and feel good about small successes. Example, it's important to celebrate small wins as you improve your English. Pick up, meaning to learn something by practice or experience. Example, you can pick up new phrases just by watching TV shows in English. Feel frustrated, meaning to feel upset or annoyed because something is difficult. Example, I felt frustrated when I couldn't understand the speaker, but I kept listening. That wraps up today's vocabulary review. I hope these new words and phrases were helpful, and you're excited to start using them in your daily English conversations.
Thank you, Charlotte. That was super helpful as always.
Yes, we appreciate it. Building your vocabulary step by step is a powerful way to boost your English.
Wow, we've covered a lot today. From why listening is so important to practical exercises and tips, you've got everything you need to improve your listening skills.
Absolutely. And don't forget, we've got that free PDF with all the key points from today's episode. You can find it in the description below.
Yep, it's a great way to review and make sure you're putting these tips into practice.
Thank you so much for joining us today, everyone. We hope you found this episode helpful, and we can't wait to hear about your progress with listening.
Keep practicing, stay patient, and keep leaping towards your English goals.
Thank you for watching Real English Skills. We're so glad you stayed with us. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and get ready for our next videos. See you in the next lesson.